Hey guys, very good morning to you. This is Ajay and I welcome you to the video number 267. In this video, I'm going to talk about there is actually a loop which we can use in the pivots, which is called a collection loop for each pivot in pivots, right? And we are going to make this using the VBA, of course. And that's my channel name. If you're watching the channel for the first time, youtube.com/c/Ajay Kumar Parmar, and you can directly go to the channel and you can subscribe from there. Now whosoever is watching the channel for the first time, first of all, I want to actually tell them that we have got 266 videos on Excel VBA, Access and Access VBA, and you just need to go to the playlist and you can see that we have divided it into different sections, different categories. So guys, if you're a basic person, if you're just starting the programming, or if you're just starting the Excel, Access, whatever, just you need to go to the the kind of basically the subject you're looking forward to. For example, we have the introduction series. Click on that, you would see the basic videos. If you're looking for Access videos, as you know that Access forms, Access VBA, collection loops, there are a lot of things. I have actually almost covered every subject, be it Excel VBA, Access or Access VBA. And in this video we are going to learn the pivots. I have already uploaded a video yesterday, and after seeing that video, one of my subscribers he has actually emailed me. I want to read it out, as you know that I always do that. So his name is Ian. Thank you so much, Ian, for writing me in, and thank you so much for giving this question. So he said, my name is Ian and I subscribe to your channel. I must say it's a great honor to be a part of your channel. Well, they are really very big words, and thank you so much. I haven't really got this line coming across from anyone. Thank you so much. I'm really feeling very happy, very blessed that the channel is liked so much, and it's actually helping you all. Thank you so much. I have learned so much from your videos, and the best part is it has so many playlists for every subject. Yes, that's the thing. Actually, I was just telling that we have the playlist so that you don't have to really search the videos. You just need to know that what exactly the subject you're looking forward to, and then you can scroll it down and you would see all the videos, whether it's a PowerPoint, it's Outlook connectivity part, Access connectivity part, or it is the Access macros, Access forms, everything we are trying to cover, whether it's a count in the sum family functions, whatever you want to actually you're finding it out. I'm sure you will find it out, and if you don't, then just write me back. You can leave the comments here, right? All right, so let me complete his the email. He said it has so many playlists for every subject. It's phenomenal work. So much impressed. Thank you so much again. Really, indeed, I'm absolutely thrilled to see this email. Really, thank you so much. You have made my day. Yesterday I see video 266 on pivots and was in need of it. I used it in my office work and it's such a pain reliever for me. Great. I can make so many pivots so quick. I want to thank a person who had written you the email that made you to upload the video. Well, yes, he's my another subscriber, and I even thanked him because yesterday when I uploaded the video, I mean couple of days back, I received his email and he said that he actually he's got stuck in making the pivots, and then I realized actually I didn't even upload any video on the pivots, right, on the VBA part, if I talk specifically, so absolutely I went ahead and uploaded the video, and we have started the pivot series. Now I want you to educate us if we want to delete the pivots, providing there are many. How to do that? I have 15 pivots in my Excel and I'm looking for VBA code which can help me in removing them in the one simple step. I know you can make it possible. Please let me know when you are done. Regards, Ian. All right, thank you again. So in this video now, guys, we are going to run a loop which can go to every pivot and can simply delete it. It's going to be very useful because if you have 20-25 pivots in your Excel, you can just remove them in 1 second and you really don't have to go to every pivot, right? But before, if you haven't watched that video, then I want to tell you that just scroll down, and here you would see that Excel VBA charts and the pivot, right? When you click on that, you would see that the video number 200 and I think the 66, because that's the video, it's a 66.7. Yeah, that's a video number 266. Go and watch that video before watching this video, right? And if you're somebody who really don't have any idea about the Excel pivot, because this is the VBA, so in the VBA I expect that you should be familiar with the pivots and the charts, so you need to do one thing. You need to scroll it down, and somewhere here you would see the Excel, yeah, that's the one, Excel charts and pivots. The upper one was Excel VBA charts and pivots, and this is called the Excel charts and pivots. So we have the 13 videos here. Go and watch. All right, couple of them are the basic, couple of them are very advanced, and it's the combination of charts and the pivots. All right, so let's come back to the topic. So I have prepared this a dummy data, right? So we have employee ID, name and score. Now I'm going to insert some pivots here. So then we're going to delete them in one simple step, and that is the basically the motive of this, the aim behind this video, that how to run the loop and how to delete everything. So I'm just going to put here some, as you can see, that some pivots here. So let's say this is your one of the pivot, okay, and then again one more pivot I want to let's say make. So I'm just going to copy it. Now this video is not about to tell you that how to make the pivots, right? This is simple. I assume that you all know the pivots, and if you don't know, please go ahead and watch first the Excel videos on that, right? Okay, so now we have the 3 pivots, and I once again want to make one more pivot, let's say over here, and so we will have 3 pivots actually, and let's say the pivot is like this, okay, and let me change the color of this. So you can change the color from here. All right, and one more thing I want to do, simply go and report layout. I'm just going to make it tabular. Anyways, that's fine. Now if you see, this is the first pivot, this is the second pivot, and this is the third pivot. So maybe you can have 50 pivots in this sheet. That really doesn't matter, because loop is going to cover everything, guys, okay? But what I want to tell you is, if you go to the analyze option, this tab, I'm using by the way 2016, that's why you see here analyze, but in your case it must be different. But what you need to see is it's under the pivot table tool, and that gets highlighted when you select the pivot part. So I think you would see there layout, just before the design option there is a tab. They have changed it now in 2016, but it doesn't really matter, because the in terms of the function, everything is same. Now this is the pivot 3, as you can see, and if I select this, this is the pivot 4, and if I select this pivot, you see that this is the pivot table 5. So we have got 3 pivots in our tool. So let's now go ahead and insert the module, and let's see that how we can actually run the loop through all these pivots, and we can find out their names, and we can select them, and we can delete them. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to run the loop. So I'm just going to write delete pivots. It's very simple actually, guys. It's just a collection loop which we want to understand. So the first thing which you would do is declare any variable pvt as pivot table. We will like to use the pivot table class object, and then what you need to do is you simply need to write for each pivot in active sheet dot pivot tables and next. Okay, this is the loop, the collection loop, right? I hope if you know me through my channel, you know that we have prepared so many collection loops. Be it Outlook, in the Outlook we have worked on how to access how to extract the attachment from the different emails which are there in your one specific folder. So there we have learned for each email in folder items. Then if you talk about the folders, if you have in the folder you have n number of files, and you want to actually remove them from there, or you want to copy them, whatever you want to open them. So we have also seen there is a loop called for each file in folder dot files, right? Then we have also seen that if you want to work on the sheets, different sheets, for each worksheet in worksheets, that is also a collection loop. And if you want to work with the different workbooks, 10 workbooks, 15 workbooks which are already activated on your screen, you have already opened them, for each workbook in workbooks, for each chart in charts. So there are so many collection loops, right? So this is nothing new to us this time as well, but it's just that this time we are dealing with the pivot object, right? So now what I want to do is, the first thing which I want to do, let me show you. Let's get the name of the pivot and let's see how it is going to work. Okay, so this is how pvt.name, because pivot is object and it has a name property, and I'm going to use that. So now when you run this pivot, see what happens. You got the pivot table 5, perfect. Then you got the pivot table 4, and then you got the pivot table 3, and then ends up the macro finishes, right? So it's such a simple loop actually, which can actually take you to all the pivots one by one. So you can also store their name in Excel if you want, right? But in this case we don't want that actually. Now we want that they should be deleted. So what you need to do is you need to know the delete command, right? So in the previous video I told you, let me go to the module number, I think 6. Yeah, that's the line. I'm just going to copy these 2 lines, okay? And I said there as well that really don't have to remember the code, because you can record the macro and you can, you know, add a couple of things and your macro will be ready, your program will be ready when you want to create the pivot. So these are the 2 lines, guys, which I have talked about in the previous videos, and they're very simple. You can see that it says that in the active sheet, in the pivot tables, the pivot table, whatever the pivot table we have, so this is the Ajay one, because in that video I created the Ajay one pivot, but in this case it is not going to be Ajay one. So it is going to be, I don't know now what it is going to be, because you have so many pivots. So no problem. What you can do is, instead of the message box, you can declare here a variable called v equals to pivot dot name, and you can declare the v as string. Okay, that's it, right? So instead of the Ajay one, you can declare here v, and since it is a variable, don't write it within the quotes, and that's it, right? That's it. This is the line, and it will now select every pivot and it is going to delete it. Or you can also do one thing directly. Also, you can completely write here, you know, pvt dot name. It's absolutely fine. You don't have to even use the variable for that. This is also a cool option. Well, I think we should use this. We should not use the variable because it's not really required here. So I can simply just comment this line, or you can delete it later on. All right, so now let's go ahead and let us see that how this is going to work. And I'm going to actually show you this. Let me just resize it. We can see that. Okay, so let's run this. I'm going to run this. You see that here. All right, so you see that the pivot table, which has a name called pivot table 5, right now you can see here it says pvt dot name equals to pivot table 5. It is selected, right? And selection dot clear content will remove the pivot. Absolutely. All right, this is gone. Next, now what is the next? The next is now your pivot table 4, which is this pivot table, and again it is going to be cleared. And now again I go back. Now what is the next pivot? It's pivot table 3, and let me just put my screen over here. So now I press F8 and there we go. Oh wow, it is so simple actually, you know. So guys, this is a simple collection loop in the pivots, because of which you can absolutely get their names and you can select them and you can delete them, right? So that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions, any comments would you like to give me? Please just, you know, just go to the channel, write, and I prefer, guys, please write your comments on the YouTube channel so that everybody can see it, because sometimes I really you know, I actually, because of my busy schedule, I really don't able to respond quickly on the emails, because there are a lot of emails keep coming, right? So that's it for now, and I will be back with the another exciting stuff very soon. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.